Diamond picks up the foul. His fourth. A reminder, men's college basketball presented by KFC Saturday on ABC. A couple of regional games for you. Great rivalries there. The Heels taking on the Wolfpack, and Stanford at Pauley Pavilion to take on UCLA, number 16 team in the nation. Bolden the free throw.
Well, Matt Bolden really stepped up and made plays when Gonzaga needed it. Just blossoming. And as you said, Terry, should probably be on that Naismith list as well.
Hughes, Walker, another rebound. This guy's played well in the second half.
Well, St. Mary's best offense has been to go to the offensive glass.
And then he nails the three, the fadeaway three, and a quick timeout with 27.4 left.
There's no quitting these guys here. Lucas Walker showing you the toughness and the effort off the bench.
Walker's got 9 in the game, all in the second half.
But Terry, here's where they haven't been able to get the ball in the post area. And right there, there's an advantage for Samhan, who is guarded by Stephen Gray. He just can't get it in. That's a poor angle that time by Carlin Hughes, trying to feed the post.
If you're not a threat on the perimeter, though, it makes it extremely difficult to get the ball in the post.
They play the pass.
They don't have to honor that.
That's right.
32% in the second half without Patty Mills. It is a shame, and I know Gonzaga fans won't agree with me, but to not be able to get to see these two teams at full strength for 40 minutes.
Yeah, it was, you know, really rounding out to be a classic Gonzaga-St. Mary's battle. And just hope that Patty Mills is okay so the rest of America can find out what we already know.
Quick foul, sending Heitfeld to the line at the other end. What a first half Mills had.
Well, he was hot. Struggled with his two-point shots. He was trying to get to the bucket early, but he found the range on 1-3. And then he's got the ultimate green light, and this is where he damaged his hand trying to break his fall. So, unfortunate break there for Patty Mills. Just couldn't get it to go. And Terry, we know how competitive that young man is. If there was any inkling of him being able to come back and play, he would have done it.
Plus, you can't get him out of the gym.
That's right.
So any opportunity to shoot in any way, shape, or form, he's going to be out there. Heitfeld with 8. What do you make of Josh, where he is right now?
He's an enigma. You know, he has times where he dominates. We saw him against Tennessee, Terry, and he was really impressive against those terrific athletes of Tennessee. But then tonight, he's got an obvious athletic advantage over Omar Samhan, but we rarely saw him be aggressive in the paint.
And you know what he can do. That's what at times is frustrating. He's played well lately.
Yeah.
Last couple of games played very well. But you expect so much because you know the ability that he has.
Yeah, and he tantalizes you with a post move, an athletic play, running the floor. He's got some of the best hops of a big man in the country, a feathery touch around the bucket. He just isn't aggressive all the time, and as you said, just kind of hides every now and then.
Just 2 of 7 from the floor. 4 of 4 coming schedule for the Zags. San Diego, the next test. Now, St. Mary's took them apart down at the Jenny Craig Pavilion the other night.
Yes.
And they're missing a key component.
Brandon Johnson, who was a very similar makeup is San Diego with St. Mary's, where Brandon Johnson accounted for a bulk of their assists and scoring, and so they're a totally different team without him.
Billy Greer, the head coach there, former
every now and then.
Just 2 of 7 from the floor. 4 of 4 from the free throw line. Upcoming schedule for the Zags. San Diego, the next test. Now, St. Mary's took them apart down at the Jenny Craig Pavilion the other night.
Yes.
And they're missing a key component.
Brandon Johnson, who was a very similar makeup is San Diego with St. Mary's, where Brandon Johnson accounted for a bulk of their assists and scoring, and so they're a totally different team without him.
Billy Greer, the head coach there, former assistant for Mark Few here in Spokane. Had the great run in the NCAA tournament last year. And 3 teams made it to the tournament from the West Coast Conference.
Well, nice strategy by Gonzaga, not in the penalty with fouls to give. So trying to keep St. Mary's from some opportunities here.
That was the 5th. They've got one more. Hughes goes by Gray, and McConnell shoots the 3. The quick timeout by Randy Bennett. So it's a 6-point game with 8.1. Play it to the end.
Well, even with the loss of Patty Mills, Gonzaga really stepped up defensively in the second half. And they made the correct adjustments. They started to pressure the ball. They kept the ball out of the post for the most part. And, you know, they came into the game second in the nation field goal percentage defense at 35%. So you usually don't hear the same thing. You don't hear defense in Gonzaga in the same sentence usually.
Is that right? They win somehow. As we approach February, what about the big picture in college hoops, Steve?
Well, Oklahoma is my dark horse to get to the Final Four. I think they're outstanding. And that number right there, 13 conference unbeaten remain. That's surprising based on the parity that we've seen in college basketball.
That's without the Ivy League, only a couple of games played in the Ivy League. And then Pat Summitt, we mentioned, on the verge of 1,000 career wins. College basketball final presented by DirecTV coming up in just a few moments. Foul, Heitfeld. Carlin Hughes out there to commit that foul. Well, in a game matching 2 ranked opponents in the West Coast Conference. First time ever in terms of the coaches poll, second time with the AP. It was the matchup between these two last year that qualified. That was the first time ever. They camped out, the students here, starting on Sunday afternoon. And it was a loud start to this one. Patty Mills with a couple of silencers in the first half. And St. Mary's will fall to 5-1 in conference play. Gonzaga a perfect 6-0. And they're looking to win the conference for the 9th straight season.
The beat continues, Terry. Just amazing consistency. Mark Few in this program here at Gonzaga.
Walker. That'll do it. And Gonzaga, Mark Few able to win this one.
Gonzaga, impressive victory. St. Mary's, depending on the severity of the injury, will have to reinvent themselves without Patrick Mills.
14th straight win for Gonzaga at home in this series. And that nation's longest winning streak, 15, comes to an end for St. Mary's. That man right there has got to be awfully frustrated, and we'll have to keep on top of that and see how bad that injury is. 7-point win for the Zags. College basketball final presented by DirecTV is next. For more on this game, tune in to ESPN News for post-game extra. For Stephen Bardo, our entire crew, I'm Terry Gannon. This has been a presentation of ESPN, the worldwide leader in sports. So long, everybody.